to the struggliest of struggle buses. Oh, goodness. Yes, it is the struggle bus. Yes, so hello, welcome. I am Laura Nettles, and on screen with me is Ty and Porscha. Yes, they are fantabulous. It was circus music, but yes. So for quick little intro, I'm Laura. I mostly write horror. I have a collection called Tiny Shivers coming out May 9th. Pre-order is out now on Amazon for ebook, on Ko-fi for signed paperback. Yes, it is quite the fun time. There's 101 stories in there because I cannot be contained. So yes, I whittled them down to 101. But yeah, introduce yourself, Ty.
Hello, everyone. I am Ty Williams, aka one of God's storytellers. Many of you also know me as Cookie King. I do not have a book coming out, but if you would like to see my journey as a writer, you can just check on all my stuff. I'll drop my link tree at one point.
So Ty's YouTube and Ko-fi are in the description.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You're good.
Porscha.
Classy. Hey, everybody. I am Porscha. I'm a poet. I have mermaid hair. We sometimes stream on YouTube and make videos on my channel. And I also have a newsletter on Substack, Porscha.substack.com.
Which is also in the description. So Porscha's YouTube, Instagram, and Substack are down below.
Because Laura is the ultimate professional. Thank you so much, Laura.
And Grayson's YouTube and Ko-fi are down below as well. Because, unfortunately, their internet went kaput. So they are struggling, even strugglier than the struggle bus. So, yes. Gonna say hi to everybody in chat. Hello, Crystal. Love your guts. Hello, Essie. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Nicole. My future roommate, apparently. Somebody who may or may not be on screen.
I don't know, but I heard they're an awesome creator. Wish they make videos.
Hello, Michael, from the other side of the screen this time. Anya, hello. Cool Gamer, hello. Welcome. Yes. Bye.
I always give Cool Gamer the finger guns, and I don't know why. Only Cool Gamer, nobody else. Finger guns.
Yes. Very, very. Violet! We are graced with the Rat Queen. Hello. Why, thank you. You're pretty awesome yourself. Thanks. So I actually commissioned somebody to do the illustration for the cover, and then I did all the text myself. So yeah, and I had issues. I had them design a front and a back cover, and they didn't really go together. And it's my fault because my brief was do this and this because they were representing two different stories in my book. And yeah, they didn't really mesh together. So instead, I took the back illustration and mirrored it and sliced a piece of it for the spine. So this is one illustration plus Canva plus Photoshop. But yeah. Hello, Esther. Welcome from work. Thank you. And liking the stream, looking fabulous. Just put second load in the dryer. Playing more piano. Procrastinating with the edit. I feel you. I haven't played piano in a while. Let's see. I hope everyone gets all the words for sure. think I'm gonna join Substack Come to the Dark Side. I have one. I just haven't posted it in a while. It's called Penner of Terror. Hello, Zara. Hello, Persephone. And hello, Awesome Sauce. So, what are you two working on this lovely struggle bus day?
I'm still recovering from writer's burnout, and so I have basically abandoned my Nano project, which is my debut novel. That has a whole release date. It needs to get done. Um, I'll be researching the supernatural piece to my new dark fantasy project, Project Dark Samson.
Nice.
I am doing double duty with composing poems, and I am gutting and revising poems. So it is National Poetry Month, so most of us aim for 30 poems in 30 days. I am behind, and that's okay. But I'm also revising my full length poetry collection for the entire second quarter of the year. So 3 months of editing unruly poems. So I will be doing some of that today.
Have the poems grown legs and tried to run? Poems. Hello, Dreaming Truth Author! And so in Canva, I downloaded the image as a PDF, a print PDF, and then brought it into Photoshop, did all the text on it with a special font that I had bought because I couldn't incorporate the font into Canva, so I had to use Photoshop. And then saved that out as a print PDF and used that on Amazon. So I didn't use Amazon's cover creator. I just uploaded the PDF. Let's see. I need to get 386 words. Time to get 1K instead. I'm excited to read a thing now that my light sensitivity is as bad. Awesome Sauce. Thank you. So today I am a glutton for punishment. I want to write something short, as we were discussing in the previous stream. So I am writing a dream horror short story. It should be around 2K. The prompt is it was all a dream, and it has to be between 1,500 words and 3,000 words. So I'll shoot for the middle and see what happens. And hello, beautiful Becca. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. So I may have made a struggle bus timer. Because I have problems. Can't be low enough of them.
I need that all year long. Like, I'm consistently on the struggle bus, not just today.
So I might upload it to YouTube. We shall see. Right now it's just in another window. But yeah, this is our poor struggle bus. So I will show what our first question is that we will discuss when we get back, which is, what is your biggest struggle with your current work in progress? So we can do this. May have been not shocked, not even a little. I know. Okay, so there is that clown music at the end of this timer, so that will be our cue to come back. But let us begin our first sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. I forgot you can't hear the music because I wasn't showing my whole screen. Dang it. Anyways, there was happy clown music. And struggle. So yeah. Welcome back. How'd you all do? What did you get up to? Ty?
I attempted foolishly to do a light study for Project Dark Samson. Not gonna happen. I currently have several tabs open for the study of humanity, sin, demons, angels, and God the Father. And I still haven't looked at the actual Pacific text to get everything I need to do a huge world build for this story.
Fun. It's in your future.
So not light at all.
Well, look, way to keep it light, Ty. That's just some light research. I actually.
But see, I've studied all of this before.
Okay, see, so it is light research. I'm saying just a little light reading. I dig it. I did. I got a little bit of admin stuff out of the way. Because you all know I love applying to fellowships and residencies. Even though I just got into one that I'm not going to, and I'm like, why am I applying to things, then turning them down? There's something wrong here. But I also, because I'm working on a playlist for this, like the songs I listened to while I was doing the write-a-thon. So it's going to be a playlist that comes out after the fact. So I went down a complete rabbit hole because I had that Vanessa Williams song, Work to Do, stuck in my head. And so I turned it on and I was like, this sounds like Shantae Moore's first album. I wonder if they were on the same record label. They were, same producers. It's a thing. I was like, this sounds familiar. So I went down a 90s R&B music rabbit hole. But poetry will be done in the next one.
Very cool. Very cool.
Gotta love a musical rabbit hole. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I have been finding theme songs for my characters in Crimson Strings, and it's been helping me get into their mindset when I draft their chapters for their POVs. So that's fun. But,
That makes me think, what would be on a playlist for Project Dark Samson? No, I don't think I should go down that rabbit hole yet.
Well, my first thought was the band Ghost, which is a Swedish like satanic rock group. They're quite fun.
It sounds like it sounds like it would work.
Yeah.
I know there's a one song that is it's called what's the name of the artist? I think it's Poison something, but the song and so I'm like, that's definitely I'm like, that's definitely on the playlist, right?
So, yeah. The aging has started, and vague recollections of some creature in their dream. So they are now looking like their parents, and they're like, oh, heck no. And so, yeah, they are taking to social media like, is there something in the water? Is there something in the air? What is going on?
That took a turn that I did not expect, but okay.
Wow.
So, fun times. And it looks like started chapter 3. Find any other word counts. Nicole got 142 new words. My mailman character has made it to the Republic City. He's supposed to take over. And now he's staring at it in horror because of how rude it is. Like, you could rule from a ruined city if you want, like, Dracula vibes of, like, crypts and ruin. Or you could be like, how is this supposed to represent my beautiful reign? Like, how dare? I'm supposed to be ruling from a beautiful throne. So, I don't know. And hi, JC. Oh, thank you. Finished chapter 51. That's a lot of chapters. Awesome. And Essie reached 2K for the day. Amazing. Okay, so you guys want to answer what's your biggest struggle with your current whip? You pleaded the fifth.
Oh, I was gonna say ladies first, but
okay, that's fine. My biggest struggle with my current whip is that I've waited too long to write it, and I have so many poems, like so many poems. And I know every poem I have doesn't have to go in this collection, but wrangling the amount of poems. So I said, well, okay, we'll just do poems from 2020 to present, and we'll go through that and we'll see what we can do for the collection. And even that, just narrowing it down to the last 3 years, it's a metric ton of material that will probably end up being 2 volumes. So that is
Nice.
the struggle. Yeah.
How long is a volume normally?
Usually with poems, you got about 50 to 100 pages. See, because usually a full-length collection of poetry is pretty short compared to fiction. So, I mean, you can go longer, but it's not really suggested because, you know, poetry is supposed to be 1 or 2 sittings. You can finish a collection. So.
Cool. Yeah. My biggest struggle with my current
it's also how long the individual poems are. Because if you have like real short poems, you can fit a lot more. Like you can do two on a page or something like that. So you can fit a lot more in there and stuff like that. And so
that's true.
There's a lot
that's
of
true.
So for Crimson Springs, my biggest struggle is trying to hammer down and keep the characters in character. Because I already drafted the first draft, and so I have outlined a new draft based off of the old draft, which is a reverse outline process, and am trying to make sure that they have characterization that is consistent while trying to incorporate what I've already written and not being lazy and just copy paste and leave it with the old characterization. It's like, work. But yeah. How about you, Ty?
So with my debut, which is supposed to be my current work in progress, it is I write a lot of emotional stuff, and so when you get to those real tough scenes where like they're very, like you're ready to break, like that character's getting ready to break on whatever they're going through, or like right before they're able to overcome it. Those scenes can be a little can sometimes be a struggle because you have to because they're like really super duper emotional scenes, and so you have to try and you have to incorporate all of that. For Project Dark Samson, it's the logistics. So all that stuff I just said I was reading into, trying to figure out when Samson goes to and this is just a little bit of information for how the book is supposed to go. When he's dealing with supernatural creatures or such as demons and witches and stuff like that, can he be demon possessed theologically and all those different logistical stuff based on the original story in actual Jewish/Christian theology. And so having those theological stuff and trying to look at it and not just like, cool, let's do a demon possession. Well, can he be possessed? And stuff like that.
Cool. Mia says, so many projects, so little time. Working on 4 projects for camp and always having shiny new evidence. I feel that. And this is getting myself
That's
to
how
write
Dark
it.
Samson came about.
Amy says, same as Becca's, procrastination. Uh, Crystal says, edits. This should be the last beta, but I'm never good at after beta revisions. Google revisions. Fun, fun. Cat Paw says, figuring out what genre it is, as in subgenre. Cool, cool.
I have that problem too. CE, I just literally say contemporary, kind of. It's a new adult contemporary. I kind of say coming of age, but not really. Project Dark Simpson is the only one where I know the actual genre of my book.
Yeah, for me, usually it's just horror or paranormal romance or gothic romance. Um, I did write a rom-com flash fiction once. Um, that was quite detailed. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very genre heavy in my stories. Also, there isn't anything I'm really struggling with so far. I mean, other than character voice. But even then, I feel like I'm doing okay. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Regina says, sitting down and working on it while trying to do laundry, clean house, play piano. Sleep is for the weak. And yes, you can totally. My neighbor has started his daily routine of opening his door and letting the whole neighborhood know what kind of music he listens to. What a lovely
Hope it's good
routine.
music.
Sharing
Hope it's
his
good
care.
music. I
Okay.
had a friend in high school who he had somebody do the same thing, and what he would do is he would wait, listen to see if it was actual good music. If it wasn't, call the police and be like, "There," and make a loud music report to the police. But if it was good music, he'll just be like, "And we'll jam."
Yeah. Yeah. So question 2 is, what is the most unique challenge you faced writing wise? And then I will share my timer screen again. Rewind. Okay. So we've got this. We can struggle together. Putt putt. It's good, great. See you in Woohoo! Okie dokie. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, so that was our second sprint. How did everyone do? Let me know. I continued drafting, so the transformation in the green bodies has started. So their torsos are elongating, extra lymph nubs are forming. It's great. Yeah. It's fun.
Okay, the fact that I'm like so invested, I'm just like, wah, ha, 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 so invested. I actually was able to start pre-writing some stuff that'll end up being poems later. And I got my incense and my candles lit. I try to write without them, but I can't like have to be in a mood. So pre-writing done.
Nice. What about you, Ty?
Okay, I had to give it a minute because my StreamYard was going in and out. So it did not get lighter.
Yeah.
I have went from reading stuff in my tabs to now I have my binder open with surrounded by a bunch of different of my study aids, and so I have my Oxford annotated Bible, my King James Bible, my Apocrypha, my Bible dictionary, my expository dictionary. So yeah, it's not it did not get any lighter.
It is a dark fantasy. So, you know, darkness may abound. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I find that when drafting horror, I often think of situations that most people consider disturbing.
Back. Yay!
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm able to separate it because, like, this isn't reality. This is fictional. So, my brain's like, sure, eat all the children. Go for it. So, yeah.
Okay, because of my StreamYard, I think I missed something. Because I just came back from Eat All the Children.
When I'm drafting, I
Like
usually
literally
separate,
that.
yeah, I separate real world scenarios from my fictional scenarios. So it's like, sure, have all the kids get eaten, whatever. It's horror.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So me and my husband keep saying that we're going to threaten to eat the neighbors' children, but we're not actually going to do it. It's just they're like the kids, and they have a really rambunctious dog that they don't like make quiet down. So the dog barks like all night. So he's like, we're just going to go out there and be like, you know, we're going to eat all of you. And they're like, ah! Be like, we're not going to do it. Like, just.
My mom, because we're a silly bunch of people, will ask her what's for dinner. And growing up, and she still does this from time to time, we'll ask her what's for dinner. She'll be like, your real mother. And we'll be like, huh? She's like, yeah. Yep. With a pie.
Amazing! I love it.
Oh wow, that's funny.
And so then we're on a batch to prove to our mother that she's our real mother, and so she's cooking herself, and it just becomes a whole thing every time.
Nice. And Porscha is a saint. Let's see. Becca to Regina, I'll write it if you edit. We can do it. And Kappa says, program just crashed and took my whole difficult scene I'd just written with it. No! Oh, so sorry, Kappa. And answers to the question. Becca says, what I'm going through right now, taking a true story and making them more true events so I can fictionalize an actual story that has a theme and purpose. Otherwise, it's just stuff that happens. Yeah. There are some strange things in reality, so they're great things to weave through fiction. Crystal read for a bit, then I had to help a friend
Love that,
in
Nicole.
World of Warcraft. Nice. I know what you're reading. And Becca wrote a page. Awesome. Nicole got 71 new words. My main character's having a nightmare of what would happen if he just walked in and tried to take over. Yes. Giving characters a freaking personality that isn't somewhat similar to mine. I feel that. Like my first character I ever wrote, I gave them all my anxiety, depression, and negative self-talk. I was like, yeah, I'll just pour that into you. Here you go. Have fun with that. Stopping by in between outside work and breaks. Hope you are getting all those words. We are being somewhat successful, at least. Nah, it's the other mother talking time. And then working out the tension level. Last draft, the pacing was weird, and I had to write an entire third act. That was a challenge. Good old Regina's on board, Becca. Awesome. So, Ty, have you had a unique writing challenge you've had to face?
I mean, writing this dark fantasy is going to be, even though it's based on something that's because I primarily write contemporary. Outside of that, no.
What about you, Porscha?
I would say my most unique, and I don't even know if it's unique because I think there's a lot of people that have this, because I have like chronic health issues.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of fatigue and I have a lot of chronic pain. So there's a lot of times when my brain wants to write and has the ideas, but it's like the actual physical doing so can be a challenge. So sometimes I'm in my pillow fort on the couch, or I'm trying to like makeshift a way to still get things done. And sometimes you just kind of can't. You just have to not. So that's my challenge.
That's a hard challenge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm not sure. I think it might be my hyper focusing. Of like I will hyper focus on something so hard that things will slide. Like when I get into super drafting mode, what is food? What? It's just like you have to take care of you too, and that slides to the side. But with my ADHD, I hop from project to project to project, and sometimes I leave them unfinished, and so I don't get back to them until like a year later. And it's like, oh yeah, I had this story thing. Maybe I should finish it. That's fun. Yeah, I once wrote a flash fiction called Cloak of Bones, and then decided I wanted to stretch it out into a short story. And I started writing it, and then I hit, okay, now you got to world build your magic system. And my brain just shut off, like, nope, we're not dealing with that today. 2 years later, I took ADHD meds for the first time, finished the story that day. I was like, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
You know, I've had ADHD my entire life, and I tried like one med like when I was a child, and it didn't work out, and I just have powered through like for the last 20 something years. So I'm wondering if maybe it'll help. Like maybe I should try something. Like, it's like I take so many other pills. Why not one more? Hey, let's see if it'll help.
yeah. So, it's not for everybody, but it can be helpful. It can be a cool tool.
Yeah.
Hello, Nina. Talk to a friend of Discord. I'm on Discord, but I'm back now. Welcome back. You have brought light into our lives. We love you. And my ADHD meds are amazing. Very cool. So, do we want question 3? What do you see others struggle with that you think you can help them with? Or any tips on how to overcome writer's block at any stage of the writing process?
I don't have an answer for either one of these, so.
I have more of an answer for the fourth one, but either one I can, pull something out of a dark crevice. I don't know.
See, the third one, my mind goes. I'm too autistic to sit there and even just to worry about anybody but myself. The fourth one is wait, overcome writer's block. Wait, I can get rid of that because it happens so much. And so that's why I'm like, I don't have an answer for either of these.
All right. Let's see. Nina says, I've had a very hard time describing smells. Like I have a document where I put in what a decaying body smells like because reasons. I approve of this document. It sounds amazing. One of my favorite descriptor of smells is from Neil Gaiman. He describes a house as smelling musty and a little sweet, like a house haunted by the ghost of undead cookies. Like, yes, all of the yes. Perfect.
Love that.
Let's see, living better through modern chemistry. Amen to that. See, I have ADHD meds now too. We are upping the dose soon. I'm excited for what it will do. Yes. I saw a reel once where it was, wait, it's been easy for people the whole time? When they did ADHD meds. They're like, what the heck? But yeah. That's how I've been, Porscha. Took behavioral meds in kindergarten, stopped taking them, but I've managed for the past 21 years. I'm starting to fade. Been taking breaks between sprints. Awesome. Make sure to rest. So we will do the final sprint, I guess. Yes, the final sprint. The final struggle, chug. And then we shall come back and answer question 4. See you in 20. All right, that was the final sprint. Oh, how did everybody do? Welcome back, welcome back.
I did good. You got some words? Go ahead. Tell us about the words.
Oh dear. 793. So I need to double this word count for it to qualify. So that's going to be interesting. I always write short.
But the day is still young. The good thing is we have so many more sprints. And when you're not hosting, I know it'll be a little easier to kind of write a little more because you won't be kind of manning the controls. So
yeah,
I think you got it. I know you do. You got this.
Thanks. What did you get up to?
I continue to. I'm just kind of jotting some notes and some stuff I want to cover and brainstorming because the plan for today and tomorrow, because since I'll probably stay up the whole 24 hours, if I start slow and pace myself and just idea generate and kind of get a rough idea of where I'd like to go, it'll be easier for me to just kind of get on a good roll and kind of go. Then I'll have a break at 10 o'clock tonight when we do the soccer bear on Michael's stream. We'll have some fun and I'll get to kind of break a little bit. So I'm just kind of starting slow so I don't burn out, and then come 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, I'm just kind of like, I'm so done. So
yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
How about you, Ty? What'd you get up to?
We line up. I am now looking directly at Samson. How he was a judge. So how many years? How is he described, and what does the thing he was described as being actually mean in those different things? Because that's going to shape the whole curse, redemption, all of that kind of plot that Laura has already seen. That's going to shape those pieces. So looking at those different things.
It looks like so Des showed up. Hello, Des. Hello, Jabria. Crystal is halfway through chapter 4. Awesome. Jabria says, no worries. I've been gardening and cooking/baking. Sounds delightful. Eva, hello. Nicole got 176 new words. 90 went to finishing off chapter 4. 86 went to chapter 5. And a 4th character just arrived. Nice. And hello, Emma. Hello, Megan. Yeah. So, answering the questions, any tips on overcoming writer's block at any stage of the process, whether it's still brainstorming or outlining or drafting or editing? Got any tips for us, Porscha?
I do. So this is the time when I talk again about my dice. That I love these. These are the metaphor dice. Taylor Molly makes these, and no, I don't get a commission. Although Taylor, if you would like to, because I promote these so much. These are available on Amazon, and they give you just some little prompts for concept and subject, and you grab a red one, a white one, and a blue one, and roll it out. It's aimed for poets, but even fiction writers. Just kind of shake it up, gives you something new and different. But what I like to do is I love prompts, but I don't love actual prompt books. So if a book says like 101 prompts for writers, I don't find those as helpful. But I'll tell you what I do find helpful is Shield Your Eyes, Ty. Journaling the Tarot Evolutions has a bunch of prompts in here, and they're broken up into individual tarot cards, but I find these to be really good, like journaling prompts, really good things to think about, like for your character. So if you write fiction, answer as a character. So you're doing something towards the work, but you're not like making yourself just go in and plug through if you feel blocked. So I'll sometimes come out, even for poetry, and just answer some of these prompts. And it kind of gives me a different perspective.
Nice. Yeah, I loved when you used your dice for the poem prompt.
Yeah.
The burning zoo one.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool. Super cool.
I love these dice. So, I mean, they're so helpful.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you want to throw in your 2 cents, Ty?
First, appreciate appreciate you, Porscha, but you didn't actually weren't cool. Then I'll probably end up shutting my computer down or something. But one of the things I've done in the past, it turned the entire thing into like a D&D. I'll grab my D and roll initiative on the most stupidest thing. Like for romance, my heights, my romance, my that will come out after sometime later. It's in the same world as my debut series, Project Journal series, but their heights and their ages were determined by rolling of the die. I've also because it's a friends to lovers, and he has several times where he tries to go to and make his. Uh-oh, I'm going in and out. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, you keep coming in and out.
Can I be heard?
Yes.
Internet and StreamYard. I've even with my guy trying to get the girl. I have said this multiple times. Forgive me, fellow men, if you're out there and you see this. Men are stupid. So I will use my dice to see how stupid, full of himself, or how uniquely and surprisingly that he gets the girl and he does great. Is this going to be a successful flirt, or are you going to fall on your face and she's going to look at you like you're crazy? Let the dice decide. It's also chaotic, and so gotta love the chaos.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. For me, writer's block in the brainstorming phase, I find these things called magic questions super helpful. So instead of saying, how does my character get from A to B, I will ask myself, what is the coolest way my characters get from A to B? And I get more random, off the wall, more unique, cool answers that way. So that's really fun. So let's see. I have some written down. So questions like, what environment would make my main character grow the most? What environment would the villain/antagonist thrive in? What is it about the environment the main character finds challenging? What is the most epic, unique thing the main character is trying to achieve? What misbelief has been fostered by their way of life? What types of people would want to befriend the main character? Just throwing out questions and brainstorming that way when I get stuck on character type of things.
I also have I have taken like off wall stuff and make it into something else. Like I have like if my character needs to be shocked, or again with the romance trying to flirt, I will take the most craziest Christian pickup line, twist it a little bit and throw it in there. Or if they're shocked about something, like my actual debut novel, there's a moment where it's 4 friends technically. 2 of them is a brother and sister, but the sister has a boyfriend in the group, and then there's the main character. And so there's a moment where the brother catches the two dating in the room, and he's like, "What in the promised land?" And it's like, okay, what did this come from? But it's just the most out. It's just out there, and it's just the most craziest Christian thing to put up in there. But he's like, "What in the promised land?" It's like, okay, what does this have to do with the story? Why is he referencing the promised land for some reason? It's like,
Regina says, writer's block, go write something different. Usually this means I need a break from the project I'm working on. Very, very true. Editing is hard for me because I already told the story. Leave me alone! Yes. Let's see. Nicole says, I just read. I got severe writer's block last year in June or July. I read a lot. And then I read a dark fantasy romance that inspired me to write my vampire romance, and I'm still writing that high. Yes. Reading has definitely helped. Watching movie trailers and thinking a story is going to go a certain way, watching the movie and it goes a different way, and be like, well, which way would I have liked better? Going that. Let's see. Nina says, if I don't want to jump into a different work in progress, I usually go and listen to the product playlist. Or if even that doesn't help, take a break and watch a show, read a book, etc., and get back later. Oh, for sure. I find that I like to pull inspiration from things that I have consumed. So, like, I'll take the brother relationship from Full Metal Alchemist into my story, but then I'll add it with something else from, like, Avengers, and I'll just moosh the different character dynamics, the different what-ifs, the different settings, the different time periods. It's really fun. Missile says, do something else. Watch a movie, listen to music, meditate, something to get your head away from the problem. While you're doing something else, your brain could be working on the problem. For sure. I find that my brain likes to percolate the ideas in the back of my brain while I'm doing other things. Hellos. Emma's checking out your channel.
Zara, so did thanks, Emma. Zara, so did a lot of Christian people, Christian friends in some of my little group chats. And so somewhere from one of my lovely female friends is a What in the Promised Land hoodie. So there's a link for a hoodie that you could get somewhere on the internet of a What in the Promised Land hoodie because of it.
Nice. See, Nicole says my main character ends up making himself known to the tyrannical oligarchy by poisoning the enemy's inner circle's food. I'm debating on the getaway.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Let's see, that reminded me of the teacher in Danny Phantom that swears in book titles. Oh. I don't remember the teacher in Danny Phantom. Nice.
I do.
So we need to wrap
up.
It
is hilarious because we say out of pocket, it can be
awesome. Okay, Banner, take it away. Okay, so we need to wrap up because the next stream starts in 8 minutes. So let's start with Ty. Go for it. Do your little outro. Hopefully your internet works.
Hello, everyone. If you missed my intro, I am Ty Williams, aka one of God's storytellers. I write primarily contemporary, but I've been writing some other stuff as well recently. And if you like that journey, my channel and Ko-fi is down below.
Awesome. Porscha!
Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. I have had a blast. I am Porscha, the poet with the mermaid hair. You can subscribe to my channel below and catch my newsletter on Substack. It really is like my heart on the page and everything that's going on with my creative life. And thanks so much, Flora, for inviting me. I always have a blast.
Yeah. I am Laura. I write spooky, scary. I write horror. My debut, Tiny Shivers. I guess it's not. My own collection is coming out May 9th. I actually have 2 drabbles coming out in 3 days in a anthology called Run Rabbit Run, which is all rabbit-themed horror for Easter. And my story, Tentacles and Boomboxes, a Lovecraftian LARP gone terribly, terribly wrong in the 80s, comes out in Lovecraftiana at the end of this month. But it will also be in here. So, yeah, that's me. And let me find my outro. Should we just play the Struggle Bus intro again? Yes. Let's get the clown music.
Sure, why not?
See you all later. Bye.